Hey guys, I just want to say happy hump day. It's Wednesday. So I know I haven't been on here for a minute, but I've been working my butt off for about a month now. 3 weeks to a month, I don't even know. I'm so overwhelmed and tired, and my voice sounds like crap because of it. I'm not getting the proper rest I need, or the break in between work that I need, because we're short on help, and I'm in there constantly now. I feel like I'm living in the bar again. uh, and then the only day I usually do is get Sunday off, but a lot of times I'm in the bar doing some other things. Um, so I'm exhausted. Um, but on Wednesdays, I have class with my mentor. And I missed the first two classes because I was busy at work. So the first 2 weeks of class I missed because I didn't have time for class. And it sucks because I do pay money to do these classes. But I'd had this scheduled since December, these classes, and I didn't get to take them because I couldn't cancel them because I was already had a seat in the class, so. But anyways, that's another story. But, so many times on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and what have you, I see people who diss other people for the way they believe. And there's nothing wrong with the way you believe. You can believe in Peter Pan for all I care. That's your choice. That's your journey, whatever. But, so many times people want to diss spirituality. And it's crazy because they think that it's the work of the devil or it's evil or you shouldn't open up to things like that because you're letting other things in. That's cockamamie bullshit, guys. I'm here to tell you that. I don't have no negative bullcrap in my life. Only the negative bullcrap is made by other people or me on my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that I wasn't going to go to class tonight because I am feeling run down. And my partner was like, no, you need to. You love doing this. It brings you so much peace and it means the world to you. This is your passion. You need to do it. So I went and grabbed a coffee and thought, all right, I'll do it. And I'm glad I did. There was a reason I went to class tonight. And it was a very good reason. She's trying to teach us new ways to open up our gifts and pay more close attention to what we hear, what we know, what we see, what we feel. And I'm rusty. I feel like I'm rusty. I feel like I'm so slacking in my spiritual gift that I'm scared to even do readings for people because I don't want to mess up or I don't want to make a mistake because I'm so tired. But tonight, my guides and everybody came through like champions, like they always do, and I don't know why I doubt them, and I don't know why I doubt myself, because I know better. I know so much about how this works, and I got to stop letting my stupid ego get in the way. Not an ego where I think I'm better than everybody else kind of ego. This ego is a kind of self-doubt, and I got to stop doing that. And I do that because I think, oh, you're so tired, you're not going to be able to get anything right, which I am. I'm exhausted. And I always feel like it's going to hinder me in some way. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. People might not understand how I believe, and that's okay. It's not for them to understand. If they have questions, I'm all open to answering them questions to the best of my ability and to the best of what I've been taught from my guides, my loved ones, my ancestors on the other side, and from my mentor. Things she's taught me that I have like an epiphany, like, oh yeah, that makes sense why that happens that way. I get it. Now I understand why that's happened to me or why I've seen this or felt that or whatever. That's just how it works. And, I see all the time where people say, that's just a coincidence. Well, you can't have 5 coincidences in one day. It's not possible. That's like saying I'm going to flip this penny 10 times and it's going to land on heads all 10 times. Coincidences don't happen like that, people. You don't have 5 coincidences in one day and it's a coincidence. Okay? That's just not how it works. There's a reason why 5 things that happen in one day. There's a lesson to be learned from that or a meaning behind that, okay? So tonight, going into my class, I was dragging ass. I was tired. And Lisa's on there talking about we're going to go out into these breakout rooms where I'm going to pair you up with someone around the world and you're going to practice a vibration. It's a vibrational lesson. And how it works is a person that'll be on the other side from wherever they live in the world will say their name 3 times to me. And I've never met them before. So this woman says her name. We're just going to say Georgia because that's not her real name, but I don't want to give her real name. Georgia, Georgia, Georgia is like what she would do, right? And from her saying that name, I am able to hone into her vibration and pick up what kind of person she is. This is what Lisa's telling us we're doing, okay? Pick up what kind of person she is, her personality, the things she likes, her hobbies, maybe where she lives, if she has children or a husband, or what her job is, or what job she wants to go into. So that's what I get from 3 words, well, 3 little names, Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. So you're like, okay, yeah, that's not possible. Well, I'm sorry to tell you it is. I found out, because believe me, I did not have no faith in myself tonight because of how I felt for the last 3 weeks. I had no faith in myself. And I know better. I know freaking better. I'm the biggest doubter. I'm my worst enemy. Okay, that's what I am. I'm my own worst enemy. So she tells me her name 3 times. So first I'm supposed to pick up her vibration and what I feel is around her, her personality, blah, blah, blah. So instantly I go into it. I'm like, you are a nurturer. I can tell you're a nurturer. You're the kind of person that if I was friends with your child and I came to your house, you would be like my second mama, because that's what I get from you. And she says, you're very right. I am a nurturer. Next thing it is, I start seeing this like jungle, and like I was in these trees. So I'm telling her the vibration I got from her was that she was a big plant enthusiast. Like I seen all these plants and I seen flowers. And I said, I don't know why I'm seeing all these plants, but I feel like you're a plant lover. She spins her phone around or her camera around so I can see her whole house. And there's nothing but all kinds of plants in there, like exotic plants and big tall plants. And I'm like, oh my word, like, okay, Charity, you're not doing too bad. That's not coincidence, honey. So then I'm like, and all of a sudden I start seeing that she was some kind of healer, right? And I don't know this woman's background from Adam. She lived in another country. So I'm like, okay, I feel like you're a healer, right? I'm like, I feel like you want to go into that healing aspect. That's what you are drawn to. But I also said, I seen your job now, because then I asked her, oh, I'm going to just pull my paper up because I take notes when I do this stuff so I can remember. But I told her that I felt like she was a plant lover. She loved nature, that being outside in the earth, around the trees, around the plants, around the birds, around the animals. She gets a strong vibration that uplifts her, and that's how she connects. She connects to earth so strongly that that's what helps her with her gift. Now, her gift might be different than mine. I don't know. I never asked. But then I said, okay, I need to know what question you want me to dig deeper into. And she said one word, job. So when she says that and I hear that from her, I write her name down 2 more times on my thing just to hear it in my head over and over as I'm picking up her vibe of her job. So I told her she's in a fork in the road. She comes to a fork in the road, and this path over here is her job she's been doing, which I said was she does a lot of documents. So she would probably more than likely be doing a lot of paperwork for her job or doing documents, sitting at a desk doing documents for a job. And I feel like she's not happy there. And I said, so I don't know if you just recently left this job or you're currently still in this job, but it has to do with doing other people's stuff like documents or typing up papers or writing up papers or whatever. So I don't know what her job was. I never asked her. But I said, but the other path, I feel like you're supposed to be a healer. And I said, and I don't know why I'm drawn to this, but I feel like your problem is, that being with this job where you're like in an office setting is security, financially security. You get a check every week. This other job that you're wanting to follow is more in the healing aspect, the spiritual healing aspect, or healing all around. I said, but you're scared to get your feet wet because you're worried about not having the proper income to do this. And I said, but it pertains to animals or whatever, okay? So she's like, you're exactly right. I'm at that. I don't know which way to go. So as I'm sitting there, I'm getting more vibes from her. And this is all psychic. This isn't medium stuff, okay? This is psychic stuff. So then I'm like, this job this career you want to do and follow, You're just afraid that you're going to be wrong or it's not going to work, kind of like how I feel, right? There's no coincidence we were put together, okay? So I said, you're afraid to take that step because you're afraid to fail, or you're afraid it's not going to work, or you're afraid it's not going to pay the bills. And she said, you're exactly right. So then I further this, and I said, this is all new. This healing thing is all new. This is a new path for you. You just come up with it, you know? And she says, I'm going to tell you something. It is new. Because this all of a sudden was downloaded into my mind at Christmas. So I looked at her and I said, can I tell you something? And I know it's going to be hard to believe, but prior to meeting you right now, when our mentor was talking in class and teaching us lessons, I started getting stuff from my spirit guides. And my spirit guides showed me looking out of a window, and it was snowing outside. I heard Christmas carols in my head, singing. I drew a picture of a Christmas tree. There's the window with the snow. It's like, you know, I wrote snow. And then all of a sudden at the end of this vision, I seen while my mentor's talking, teaching us, I drew an angel and put angel beside it because I seen the angel. So it all tied into Christmas. And she said, oh my God, you wouldn't know that. And I had it all on my piece of paper prior to meeting her because I picked up Christmas. I heard the Christmas music in my head. I seen the snow like I was looking out the window, watching the snow fall. I seen the Christmas tree all lit up, and I seen the angel that represents Christmas. And that lady was shocked. She said that's when it all came to me, was on Christmas, that I needed to step back from my paperwork job that she did, and pursue this healing job that I want to do, working with animals, horses, as a matter of fact, to help people heal. So I told her, I knew before ever coming into this class that what I had wrote down about Christmas was going to be significant to whoever I met tonight online. And I told her, right there is your answer. Your answer to take that off-beaten path and follow it, because they sent me the message to let you know that they were right there with you, and they were there that day at Christmas, just like they're showing me, and that you need to jump into that and don't be afraid to get your feet wet because it's going to work out in your favor. And the animals is because she has horses, and she wants to use her horses to help people heal because she loves animals and she loves nature. Now, people, you can't tell me that's a coincidence. For all you naysayers out there who say that mediums don't exist and psychics don't exist and healers don't exist, I'm here to tell you I'm one. I'm one of them. And you cannot doubt the things I've said and the things I've done to help people. I can't even come up with a scientific reason that this happens, because it's not scientist. It's not science. It's God, Allah, Yeshua, whatever you call your God. This is what this is. It's a gift that's been given to so many of us. Everybody has some sort of gift, whether it's art or music or singing, or maybe you're good at YouTube videos, or maybe you're good at money, finances. We all have some kind of God-given gift that comes naturally to us. Mine just so happens to be, I hear spirits, I see spirits, I just know. So don't doubt your gifts, people. Please don't do it. I doubt myself all the time, and as much as I preach to all of you, do not doubt that gift that God has given you. I do it to myself too, because I'm human. But this shit is not coincidence. And to all the naysayers out there, that is your problem. You cannot be open-minded and understand that just because you can't put a scientific term to what happens to some of us or what some of us can do doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because it does. And I'm here. I'm living proof. And there's so many people out there like me, and they're living proof. So don't ever doubt them. When they say something to you, there's probably meaning behind it, or there's a lesson to be learned from it. And I'm not sitting here trying to brag on myself, because I am not a bragger. I tell you guys these things because these things happen. I tell you, I share my story with you. Whether you want to hear it or not, that's up to you. But I'm just saying, not everything is a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that me and this lady right here were put together in a group. We were meant to be put together in a group because the lesson that I was giving her was also a lesson for myself. I'm in that fork in the road where I want to follow my God-given gift and be the best person out there to help someone heal, restore their faith, give them hope, whatever it may be. That's where I'm drawn. But I am also over here trying to take care of a business that's overwhelming a lot of times. And I love all my customers and my employees and everything like that. They make it worthwhile, but it is draining. And I can't do both anymore. That's my problem. It's hard for me to do both. And I'm still hanging in there trying to do my spiritual stuff, even though I'm working so many damn hours at work. So I'm still hanging in there. And I'm not trying to ignore anybody. If anybody's reached out to me, I'm not. And there is someone that did, and I will get back with you. I really will. I've just been really busy. But I'm just telling you guys, please just keep an open mind when it comes to people like me. Yes, there's fakes out there. I get that. I freaking get it because I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it on TikTok, and it drives me nuts because I just want to jump in there and say, woman, quit feeding these people a line of shit. But I can't do that because, you know what? I would be judging then, even though I don't agree with it. I'd be judging someone, and I can't do that. So I just want you to know is always believe in yourself, please. And Charity needs to do the damn same. I do. So my guides, my ancestors, my family, my loved ones on the other side led me to this woman because she needed to hear she's on the right path and she needs to take that fork in the road and just go with it, just like I do too. And it was a lesson for me also in that, so much so. It's not a coincidence because there aren't coincidences. Just pay attention and be open-minded. And I'm not just talking about being open-minded spiritually. I'm talking about being open-minded as a whole. 360 open-minded. When it comes to things on the news, be open-minded. Some of it's a cockamamie bunch of lies, and there might be a little bit of truth in there, but do your own research. When someone tells you a story and you're like, I think they're lying, believe what you want to believe, or investigate a little more to find out if it is true. You know what I'm saying? But just be open-minded to so many possibilities because they're out there, and some of us are right there in plain sight. We're right there in front of you. And we don't tell you things to scare you. We don't tell you things to make you think that we are better than you or anything like that. It's not that. We're doing it because we're trying to help you in some form or some fashion in your life. Because sometimes I'm on the outside of the box looking in when someone asks me for advice. So I see it from a different perspective. I'm just saying, just be kind-hearted, compassionate, understanding, non-judging, and be open-minded to the possibilities that are out there. I know some of you have trouble believing in God because you see so many bad things in this world. But there is a higher power, higher than us. Whether it's this divine, the light force, Mother Earth, whatever you want to call your God, it's there. And your loved ones are just an arm reach away, believe it or not. The ones who have passed are just an arm reach away. They're closer than what you could ever imagine. And just kind of sit in that moment. When you get that feeling or your loved one pops in your head, just sit in that moment, and whatever comes to your mind is probably them giving you some kind of lesson or acknowledging, hey, I'm here with you. So pay attention, be open-minded, be compassionate, understanding, non-judging, and forget that coincidences exist because they don't. Things happen for a reason. I love you all, and I just wanted to share that little story with you because so many times I know you doubt yourself and you don't know which direction to go. But sometimes you just got to take a leap of faith because something is pushing you in that right direction for a reason. And I will heed my own advice. I love you all. Believe, 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 and always believe in yourself. God love you, because I do. Bye. Night, night.